I was planning on doing this as a live stream here at Boulders Beach in Cape Town, but unfortunately we're a little bit too far out to connect to the internet. But I didn't want that to stop us from meeting the locals, so say hello!
So first things first, if you want to avoid paying the entry fee, then make sure to check behind the welcome sign when you first arrive. I only learned this after leaving, so what a sucker I was. But if you do enter, and I highly recommend you do, then you are met with this absolutely gorgeous view and an ominous reminder that you are in Africa and that the animals here are dangerous. I was then greeted with the same reminder from the sentry here, but I made sure to answer these riddles 3 and I got through just fine, and just in time to see this guy's sick tricks. I yelled at him to do a backflip, but I guess I didn't realize I had paid to see chickens instead of penguins. There was an epic game of hide and seek going on as well. I would have won if I had joined. I found the reigning champion immediately. But I did manage to see this choir practicing, which was quite sweet. I didn't purchase front row tickets though, so my view was a little bit obscured. But hey, that's what you get when you purchase the cheap seats. I really, truly only have myself to blame. Luckily, I did have the scalper, however, show me the way to where all the real action was at. So thank goodness I came across this little guy, because, I mean, just look at them all! There were even some fledglings that were still shedding their down, and what can I say? I was just so excited! I was so happy to see them all! I genuinely was so surprised at just how many penguins were colonizing this one beach, though. I can't even imagine what it would have been like for the natives at the time, but, you know, I can't say that I'm mad about this penguin colony. Except for maybe Gladys and Betty here, who seem to be enacting some sort of revenge on their neighbor by filling in her nest, but apparently Trisha knows what she did, so I'll just leave my hat out of that ring. I did feel a little bit sad for this fellow here who kept on smelling something fishy. It is their diet after all, but I didn't really have the heart to tell them that it was just a bunch of stinky tourist toes. But hey, maybe I shouldn't be kink shaming. Maybe they're into that kind of thing. So I did try to get a little bit of a close-up, a bit of journalism, inside scoop, if you will, but yeah, they just told me to fuck off. So off I went, and I was reminded of the suspicious rock. What secrets does it hold? I gotta know. But then I quickly forgot about it because I got to schmooze with some of the elite. Here we have Frank. He's one of the 1% actually, and here you can see him showing off his 5 houses. He unfortunately did not agree to be my sugar daddy, mainly because he already does have to pay some hush money to his maid and their baby, but you didn't hear it from me. But back down at the beach, there was a couple of old geezers reminiscing about their surfer days, seeing some of the younger ones there, just cruising in the waves. Oh my god, watch out! Oh, never mind, they're fine, they're fine. But anyway, what they should have been realizing is that just behind them, Frank was up to his old shenanigans once more and wandering off with one of their wives. Again. But life's not so bad for this side of the beach. The colonists even have their own pen to check out these weird migratory bipedal mammals, so that's kind of cool. But there's always this Karen to ask a bunch of questions like, who are you? Why are you here? Why do you keep trying to smuggle us into your backpack? I left her be, but I think that she uses those eggs as a manipulation to avoid throwing hands. Regardless, it was nice to see some ambitious youth tackling the surf to provide some hope in the world again, you know, like, if they're this brave, then I too can say more than a couple words to my local barista. Anyway, back to the ground stuff, that's pretty much it from me.
I could just watch them all day. It's so sweet to see them waddling around, and it's such a beautiful location. So I hope that you also enjoyed checking out the little locals, because I thought they were so cute. That being said, I still want to know what the story behind this rock is. So, if anyone knows, please let me know. Anyway, thanks guys, and I don't know what my next adventure is, but I hope that you can join me for it nonetheless. Much appreciated. Bye for now.
Also, hey, before you go, with all these eggs ready to hatch, let me know what you think a top tier name for a penguin is. I'm going for Percival. Please also consider subscribing or checking out the live stream. The links are in the description below. And thank you from South Africa. Bye a donkey.